No, I'd say 2 weeks is probably the logical. Within 2 weeks, each one of the committee members have got to complete this and get it back to John. You know,
What's the best time for you, Keith? Meeting
7 o'clock,
on what day?
Monday, Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday?
Actually, Monday or Tuesday, I can probably still go at 6.
Okay. Then it will be on Monday night, whatever we set it at, and we have 6. Okay, any other questions?
I don't have
Instructions?
anything else on that. I didn't know if you want me to go ahead and talk about the rehab grant?
Real quick, Jenny,
Yes.
before you get started, so all of us five will take one each and then one book is each,
no,
right?
we
Yeah,
don't need
you
to
don't need
disperse
the-
this yet.
Yeah, you don't need that one yet.
Place where we can keep stuff
Well, they're probably
locked
their
up in there
Bible.
for-
Yeah, this,
after
well,
that, I gotta
he was talking about the
write all
interview.
this.
Yeah, we don't need the interviews yet.
Yeah, that's right there.
I could provide you with the space if you want.
Have you got a file?
You wanna walk it back and forth, do we leave it here somewhere?
Doug's got one. Doug can,
Okay. I didn't, that's fine. So,
he's on the committee anyway, so. Okay.
Um, the owner-occupied rehabilitation grant did not get funded, this past round. And the next round is August the 29th, and awards will be made on October the 23rd. The round that you just applied with, was kind of, I think they were trying to use up the remaining funds that they had from the first round. So I don't think there was really that many funds available. There was some confusion in some of the scoring. The application, when we got to the targeting of the populations, the elderly and the families with children, the application actually stated something two different ways. In one area, it stated that if you did 0 to 50% families with children, you got 10 points. And you were at 33%, you get 10 points. There was another area of the application that said that it had to be 50 to 100%. So they went with the 50 to 100%, and you did not, you lost 10 points there. Had you got those 10 points, you were half a point under getting funded. So it was a very competitive round. I look for it to be competitive like that again in August. We will send letters out to those applicants, letting them know that the grant wasn't awarded, but I wanted to come here for to see if you wanted to go again in August. And then also see how you wanted to go forward with it. As it stood, the application that we just turned in, you had 4 elderly that were 55 or older, 4 disabled, and you had 2 families with children, which did not qualify you for the full 10 or 20 points that's available. So basically what you need to decide if you want to go forward with the other grant application is, do you want to target 100% elderly? And by doing that, you need at least 2 more elderly, and the families with children would be out. Or do you want to go ahead and try to do 50-50 and try to get some more? Now, with 6 applicants, it's hard to go with 50-50. So you about need to go, well, you could do 6. With that, you would need 1 family, and then one of the elderly people would not be assisted. The higher income elderly family would not be assisted. Or if you wanted to go with 8 houses, you would need 2 families. So it's basically kind of how do you want to go about it. If we do an application for 8 housing units, you would be looking at providing about $16,500 in rehabilitation funds per house. If you go with 6 houses, it would be about $20,000. And that's without any town funds. So without, that'll increase a little bit, but just based on the grant that we got for you and this grant. So that's the big one, just deciding if you want to go forward with it again, and then the targeting population, how do you want to.
What do you recommend? We've gone through this a lot of times.
It's totally up to the community and what you feel who's out there that is going to take advantage of it. I mean,
We didn't have that many turned in this
no,
last time.
we struggled with getting the 6.
So I about like to keep it at 6, and unfortunately have to drop one of the elderly people.
And try to get a family
Yeah.
in here.
I mean, I don't want it to sound bad, but I mean, we struggled to get 6.
We did. I mean, we even
So, I
went
mean-
through our previous funding rounds and went through the files and tried to find additional people that filled out applications before to see if they'd be interested. And we did get a couple, but that was about it.
And the 6 that we got the last time, I mean, they're eligible.
They're still eligible, but there again, if you do the 50-50, one of the elderly will have to be dropped.
And have to pick up one family.
And pick up one family.
Well, I definitely think we need to do it again.
Yeah.
And
What else can the town do?
Well, that's about the only other avenue is there again, there's 8 points available for assisting people that are 40% AMI, which is area median income or below. If we have 20%, you get 8 points. We had 1, which was like 16%. We need 1 house that is pretty low income. I looked at the income limits for a 1-person household. It's $15,640. 2 people, $17,880. 3 people, $20,120. And I'll just give you 4, since you might be looking at families, $22,320. So those are the incomes that's where we need in order to get another 8 points. Which is big. I was talking to another agency like ours, and they had that. They got funded this round, and they had those 8 points there. Which is nothing you can do, but if we would get that 1 house to be in that income category, you'd have 8 points. Another thing is, during the last application, you agreed to contribute $1,700 towards the project. That gave you 2 points. If you wanted to and could do so, if you provided $3,400, that would be 3 points. At this point, you'd be looking at you'd be looking at funds being probably spent late 2015 and probably some in 2016. With the grant being awarded on October 23rd, you'd probably be lucky to get your grant documents from the state by November, and it's an 18-month grant period from that point. So you'd probably be looking at funds being spent late 2015, early 16.
So then we'll be asked to come up with them.
Late 15, early 16.
Do we have any ability to like have a booth at the fair or something to help try to get some applications in, or to have
Yeah.
it go through?
Yeah. When is the fair?
It's usually in June.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you can.
The old settlers is in August.
No, not Old Settlers. I'm thinking of the county.
It's in June.
June, and I know that's not all of them, but you have to
Right.
specify that it's 4 of them, but I don't know anything else, other than if you go through, like, if you put literature or information or application at, like, the county, Families for Children DCS office.
We can also notify Generations, which they, you know,
Four
Four
Rivers.
Rivers, but there again, you're hitting that elderly and disabled. Where we want it is that family with children.
Well, that's why I said DCS, because they'll know if they
And
are,
we can do a
if they're
flyer.
eligible for those things, they're probably meeting those requirements.
We can,
Would daycares get out information like that? Because then
Yeah.
that'd be a good
They
source.
know who's getting vouchers for childcare.
and we can give you the flyers, and if you want to pass them out to the daycares, that would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's senior
Word of
citizens.
mouth from, well, we don't want seniors. I'm
No,
sorry.
we can put it in over there though.
We didn't say that.
Right, sorry.
We didn't mean that.
We, in order to, since you've got 4 seniors and we're doing 50-50, what you need is families with children in
Yeah.
order to make this one work.
No, all the daycares. if they're participating in the voucher